Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Golden State Warriors. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sideline. This one has a bit of an old-school feel to it, doesn't it? These teams love to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
Conley dishes to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards. Showing off right there.
Outside Butler, back to Curry. Goes up on the wing. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Defense got a roll of dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Randle no good. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. From outside the arc, a three-pointer is right on target.
Boy, that's unfair. Curry hitting those pull-ups.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Here's Pajemski. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. That shot wide open.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Those three-pointers off the mark. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Curry. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
They throw good, Edwards.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
And you know, with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Good from Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter ever. Steph Curry, you played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Edwards, that's good.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Now, here's Moody. To the inside. Hurry. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's McDaniels. Pass to Randle. Shot clock at 6. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Butler. Here's Pajemski. Edwards defending. Green gets to Curry. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Conley the pass to Randle. 27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Screen by McDaniel. Here's Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Curry is inside. Butler from outside. Not going to go that time. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
So it's Minnesota now. DiVincenzo against Curry. Curry with the steal. One-on-one here. Healed outside. Off target with his 3. Timberwolves trail by 3. RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
Hield kicks to Curry. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. That's tipped.
Love the effort on defense from Hield. When he's engaged, he can come up with blocks.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Hield with his screen on DiVincenzo. Curry's shot is off. Timberwolves trail. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Reid. Lets it go from deep. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's Jackson Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Should we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
And that one falls for Jackson Davis. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reid. Randle comes in for Miller. McDaniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Then for the Warriors, Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Kuminga. In for Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Hield. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let it cook.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So the Timberwolves making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. And Hield subbed in for Curry. Pass to Green. Right wing. And here is Butler. Takes a three. Oh, Butler draining the three.
Shot IQ has always been a strength for Butler. He's not one to force up a bad shot.
Conley finds Randle. Gobert the screen. Fires from deep. And Moody pulls it down. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Butler. Pass to Green. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Conley the pass to McDaniels. Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Hield. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Here's Butler. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Butler's got 5 points so far.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving it.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Warriors on top, up 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
Playoff atmosphere, hostile environment, man. They're handling the pressure, putting themselves in a good spot.
Seeing how things are. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Moody the pass to Green. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves shooting 47%, pretty solid. Left side, Edwards.
And how about the commitment from Edwards, refusing to give up on that play.
For Minnesota, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
And so he makes both from the line.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Outside, Green. Pass to Moody. Back to Green. Butler against Randle. Butler, no good. It's the Timberwolves now. Outside, Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Look at Edwards sliding home the 3.
Good read by Edwards, playing at his pace and carving out space for that shot.
Here's Butler. Good on the 13-footer. Butler's got 7 points in the game.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
To the paint. Here's McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Edwards looking it over. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still missed it.
Here's Curry. Green breaking loose. Julius Randle with the rebound. And Randle has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Edwards against Butler. Pass to Randle. Randle is doubled. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 3. And there's Randle on the assist from Edwards. Randle's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniel. Payton, he's checked in for the Warriors. .158 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Butler. To the middle. Wants to get it to Edwards and does. Podziemski's shot is good.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Wingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
The game of green, it's about testing the defense, finding finding their weak spots.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good. Richard, when it comes to Draymond Green, we know about his defense, but what does he give you offensively?
I think it starts with his passing. Not many big men can do what he does the way he does it. And especially effective when he's hitting the three ball, stretching the floor, allowing for more space for his shooters.
Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Edwards. Both free throws good from Green.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
And there it is for him. Conley's got 5 now.
You just can't let Conley get that kind of look. He's going to punish you if you make that mistake.
Pass to Hill. Now Butler. He's defended by Randle. Shots good by Butler. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Now here is Conley. He's defended by Podziemski. Conley's shot is off. The Warriors trail. Butler dishes to Green. Podziemski on the wing. He's defended by Randle. Pass to Hill for the tie. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Launches it. And that one released in time, but no good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Timberwolves lead by 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Pass to Clark. Here's Minot. Fires for 3. Unable to get that one.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Peyton against Reid. Curry with it. Pocket 6. To tie it up. That one misses. It's his 5th miss. He's made 4 baskets. DiVincenzo with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. The muscle from Edwards.
And unbothered by the contact inside, Edwards plays the game with so much physicality.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Both teams deciding to change it up. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. He said to his guys, we need to push the pace more. Come on, guys, we're at our best when we're attacking in transition. Energy up now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Stolen by Conley. And now the fast break. Edwards with the
Oh, yes! And defensively, Conley relies on his instincts and quick hand. Great play to get them in transition.
Warriors trail by 6. Steps back. Here's Curry, and it falls over the rim and in.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Conley with the screen on Butler. Outside Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
Here's Curry. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Randle kicks to Edwards. Gobert with the screen on Butler. For 3, Edwards. And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Gobert finds Conley. And here is McDaniel. They get the rebound. And here's Edwards from the arc. Three-pointer, Randle. That shot off. Warriors trail by 6.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Curry with another miss. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive and trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And if he gets looks that cleanly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And look at Butler playing tricks, using that pump fake move to great effect.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7.
A highly talented two-way player. Butler is also known for his tough-nosed approach to the game.
And so Butler nails both of them.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Edwards finds Conley. Out to Edwards. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Long range from the inbound, connects from three-point range. Conley's got the lead up to 10 now for Minnesota.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. Pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Ocho and the entire 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. And now we present the player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
These teams have talent up and down the depth chart, Coach. How important is that in assembling a contender?
Well, look, it's even more important, Brian, in the regular season than it is in the playoff. To get through a long NBA season and get yourself in good playoff position, you're going to need a lot of guys. 12, 13 guys at different points of the year are going to have to be ready to make contributions. Now, obviously, the team with the better starting 5 will have the edge, but depth can be a big factor even in the playoffs.
And stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Unselfish offense leads to Butler getting something in rhythm.
Randle against Butler. Picked by Gobert. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Green.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now here's Curry.
And Curry is always a threat to shoot, which is why defenses sometimes get too aggressive guarding him.
These are his first free throws of the game. Falls for Curry. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And so Curry nails both of them.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch, and we spoke about how he plans to deal with the three-point king, Stephen Curry. He said the biggest challenge, honestly, it's not the shooting, it's the playmaking. Steph is an incredible passer, so you can't double team him. He'll find the open man. As always, it's not easy facing Steph. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie. To the inside. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Green, the pass to Curry. Outside for Butler. No good on the three. For Minnesota, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Now here's McDaniels. Moody defends. And the basket by Edwards.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
Curry against Conley. Curry passes to Moody. Curry drives in, goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Conley looking for an opening. Pass to Edwards. Oh, Green with a block.
Such a strong defender. This team appreciates when Green gets up the swat of the way. And you don't need a roadmap when he's got open court in front of him like that.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reid's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Kuminga comes in for Moody. Payton's checked in for Podziemski. And it's Buddy Hield in for Stephen Curry. .116 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Reid. Randle outside. Shot clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They push it up 4 on 3. And there's Butler. That one's good on the assist by Hield. Butler's got 5 now.
This is Butler at his best. Being aggressive, attacking with confidence, and scoring with physicality.
Pass to Reid. Here's Clark. He's watched by Kuminga. Reid to screen on Hield. Outside Reid. There's the triple. Kuminga pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Butler finds Hield. Outside Kuminga. And he lobs it up!
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Inside, here's Randle. Soft touch off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Warriors ahead, up 3. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second. And time for us to get back into it here in game 1. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. The Warriors leading. And here's Curry. Takes the 3. The offensive rebound. Hield against Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Curry. Miller pulls it in. It's been a couple of minutes since they led in this game.
Oh, they'd love to change that here.
Pass to Alexander Walker. To the middle. Here's Reid. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And the Warriors with possession. Outside Curry. Now here's Jackson Davis. And here's Hield, covered by Alexander Walker. Pass to Curry. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Curry with another miss.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Payton against DiVincenzo. Can't hit from in close.
Yeah, credit the defense there, not allowing the easy layup.
Payton finds Kuminga. Now Hield. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Down low. Stolen by Miller. Here we go. Alexander Walker with it. And it's Hield picking him up. Pass to Reid. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Warriors have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reid. Julius Randle comes in for Miller. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for Edwards. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Green's checked in for Jackson Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And Podziemski subbed in for Curry. A minute and a half left to play in the half. Conley finds Randle. Outside, DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. 6 to shoot. Oh, it's blocked by Green. Butler against Randle. The drive by Butler. And he misses. Only 2 for 6.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Conley. And he lays it up and in. Conley's gotten his first bucket of the night.
A great move by Conley. Uses that dribble move to get the space he needed.
Randle against Butler. Butler goes at the rim. Count that bucket. Butler's got 7 points.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Pass to DiVincenzo. 24 seconds left to play in the first half. Gobert with a screen on Hield. DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. Using the size. Gobert.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
Outside Butler. Green with a screen on Randle. And here's Butler outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Butler's got 5 points now in the quarter. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Warriors on top, up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, everyone. They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open. some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through the net, you could see their confidence growing. Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game,
that does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Jimmy Butler displaying his skills today.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Curry against Conley. Outside Moody. Here's Curry. Wow, Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
And I'll tell you, we see Curry working on his balance all the time. Well, I'll tell you what, it paid off on that challenging play.
Randle outside. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. They lead by 4.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Edwards looking it over. Let's go with a 3. Kept alive. Misses from close range. The Warriors lead by 6. To the paint. Here's Moody. Moody gets one inside.
The all-around game of Butler. He's all about sharing the rock and getting his guys involved.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And the rate of player ejections going up in recent seasons, Stan.
Well, Brian, players these days certainly have a voice in a lot of things, and when it comes to critiquing officials, they're not shy. We see complaints on virtually every call in games now, and the referees seem to have had enough of it.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Six on the shot clock. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
First team foul. At the line for the Warriors, maybe 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Conley. Outside Edwards. 2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. Fires the 3. Edwards on target.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
And here's Butler outside. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. Outside Moody. 52 seconds left in the third. Back to Curry. The shot comes out. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Butler against Randle. Pass to Gobert. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That'll be a second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reid's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Anthony Edwards. DiVincenzo against Hield. Here's Randle. And down it goes. 2 points. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Butler against Reid. Now here's Butler, tightly guarded. The gritty finish from Butler there.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Randle. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Back to the game after this break.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Edwards against Hield. And the basket by Edwards.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
DiVincenzo against Curry. Oh, and Reid with a block. DiVincenzo against Curry. Pass to Minot. Here's Clark. Outside Edwards. Outside DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. They set the pick. Lets it go from deep. Looney grabs a miss.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Clark against Payton. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. To the inside. Here's Minot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And Minnesota with some changes. Gobert's checked in for Reid. Julius Randle comes in for Clark. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Green's checked in for Looney. Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Hield. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
And Allie, thanks. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Outside Butler. Tough make by Jimmy Butler.
How talented is Butler? I mean, just so adept at carving out some space inside and converting.
Outside Edwards. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Green, a screen. Podziemski. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Anthony Edwards. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
You know what? They impress me from mid-range. I mean, understanding that there's more places to shoot than beyond the arc.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead. McDaniels is checked in for Minot. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Curry from inside.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Now here's Edwards, defended by Podziemski. And the shot goes in. Edwards has got 13 in the second half.
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Curry. Look at Curry. Shaking off the contact.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Edwards with it. Now guarded by Butler. Misses off the right iron. And it's Green with the ball for the Warriors. They've led by as much as 10. Curry against Edwards. Up top Moody. Butler on the wing. And it's good.
This is Jimmy Buckets at his best. Rising to a challenge and delivering for his team.
Here's Edwards. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Minnesota.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Here's Curry. And he sinks it.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. From deep, Conley. The Warriors pull it in.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And looking at Edwards, the offensive skills he has are impressive. Now he must focus on improving his defense.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second, and that brings him within 5. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. 42 foul. At the line for the Warriors, Kajinski taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game. There's 14 seconds left to play in the 4th. The 3. Oh, gets the 3 to fall. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Now here's Gobert. Off target. And so the Warriors take the win. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. championship because of their depth.
And Kevin, you got to give both front offices a ton of credit. I mean, you got to find guys and try to be economical about it, and they need to be able to play important minutes for you. It's a little more art than science, and kudos to both of these front offices.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Boy, that was a terrific sequence by Butler, demonstrating why he's such an outstanding two-way threat.
Conley against Curry. Pass to McDaniels. Over in the corner, Edwards. Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
And Edwards drops them both. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Outside Butler. Conley against Curry. Inside, Green. And Green slams it in.
Well, you want to stop Steph in the two-man game, but he's so smart. He'll get others involved.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. We talked about the daunting task of facing Steph Curry. Coach said Curry makes your entire 5 guard him. Steph might be the best conditioned player in the league. He is constantly moving. It makes him so difficult to track. So, of course, it's not just Curry's shooting that presents problems. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. And so here is Golden State. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth from that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Warriors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Throw good, Pajemski. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Minnesota off to a slow start, trailing by 5. And that one drops.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Butler. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Look, Butler will get his shot now, forcing his way inside that time.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Moses Moody. Peyton, he's checked in for Brandon Bajemski. And Hield subbed in for Curry. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first. DiVincenzo against Hield. DiVincenzo kicks to Clark. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here's Butler. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Butler's so proficient at running the pick and roll. Excellent at taking what the defense gives him, and he gets those passes around defenders quite sweetly.
Reid with a screen for DiVincenzo. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Hield dishes to Butler. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. DiVincenzo against Hield. DiVincenzo kicks to Randle. Over Butler. Randle no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just... And we're ready to get back into the action here in game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved. Players acknowledge that and respect it.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
5 to shoot. Alexander Walker. Offensive rebound. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Edwards!
Oh, my goodness! Come on now. Edwards is so physically developed already. Just brushes off the contact there. Really strong drive by Edwards.
Warriors leading by 4. Curry with it. He's got 5. Hield outside. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's 6 points for Buddy Hield. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. The rebound by Hield.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Curry on the wing. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Hollins going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen by Reid. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Kuminga. Here's Reid, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Reid's got 5 now.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Peyton. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Curry. Here's Pajemski. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Butler's never lacked the willingness to be aggressive and to hunt contact, and you gotta love that toughness aspect about Jimmy Butler's game.
The Warriors have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
You know, when you're looking to create a culture, a championship-type culture for your team, you want guys like JB, guys that are tough, accountable, and consistent.
And the second free throw, good. Timberwolves trail by 6. Pass to McDaniels. Now here's Randle. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the half. Goes back up. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seems to intimidate and more often than not succeed.
Heel way outside. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Conley feeling it out. Clock at 4. And stolen by Butler. And here we go. It's Butler over Conley. Butler finishing at the other end.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up the 2 at the other end.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a...
Seeing how things are shaping. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Here's Curry. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Pass to Pajemski. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Butler. Green, the pass to Moody. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I guess even he took this one of those once in a while.
Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
Pass to Pajemski. Curry with it. Provide Conley. Butler on the way. 6 to shoot. Green with a screen for Butler. They kick it out to Green. And the Warriors miss again. Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's Edwards. Edwards with a tough shot.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Pass to Pajemski. And here is Curry. Green with a screen on cut. Here's Curry with the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Curry against Conley. Randle passes to Conley. Down low. Edwards no good. Warriors leading by 4. Outside Green. Back to Pajemski. Pass to Butler. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Randle dishes to Edwards. 1:57 left to play in the third. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Already growing a reputation as one of the game's most notorious trash talkers, Edwards is just having fun out there.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Minnesota making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Payton, he's checked in for Moody. Both shots good from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. .51 left here in the third quarter. Here's Butler, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, I like how Butler uses his body in the paint. Excellent at forcing the issue and getting the call close to the rack.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. And so Butler nails both of them. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. And finished off by Gobert.
one of the best lob partners in the business, Rudy Gobert.
Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. I know that's three, but I wanted to give you three different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
Edwards' shot is good.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
Payton outside. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Curry outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randle outside. Pass to Conley. Back to Randle. Outside Edwards. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. To the paint. Here's Butler. Butler hammering it home.
Throwing it down in style. Butler playing with a lot of force.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's covered closely.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
For Minnesota, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good, Edwards. And the Warriors making a change here. So he gets them both. Healed against DiVincenzo. Healed bounce pass. Here's Looney, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Warriors ahead, leading by just 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Here's Minot. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Clark. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
There's Kuminga. Minot pulls it in. Minnesota shooting at 50% in a decent group. Clark kicks to DiVincenzo. To take the lead. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Now it's a 3-point Minnesota lead.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. And not give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Looney. Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Gary Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Heel. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. The kick outside to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Man, what strength from Butler. Refuses to be tied down or held down. Excellent concentration on the and one.
Here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Has to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Edwards getting the close range two.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
The Warriors turn it. Now Curry. From the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Shoots. And he can't bank that one in. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. But Jemski's shot is good.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Golden State.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Green passes to Curry. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Edwards. There's the drive. And easy 2 points on the layup. Edwards got 14 points here in the second half.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Good on the first, and that ties the game up. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
1:03 left here in the fourth quarter. They get it again. Another shot. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And that one misses. Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Curry's shot is off. And Minnesota has possession. The lead is 2. Edwards inside. He's defended by Pajemski. Yes!
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. There's 37 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside for Curry. Pass to Green. It's stolen by Gobert. And an intentional foul right there.
At the line for Minnesota, Reid Gobert, taking 2 shots.
We got this. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Three-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Randle with the block.
Well, you can't go up weak against Randle, otherwise he's going to block.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both, and it's an 8-point game. And Greg, it looks like time is going to run out on him here.
Yeah, I mean, unless they come up with an absolute miracle.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So they foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And so Minnesota takes the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum is so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
Welcome to Tuesday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. We got a good one in store for you. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. The matchup in store tonight, Doris. Two conference rivals set to clash once again.
And BA, there's typically a little bit of chippiness because it is clear these two teams don't like each other, and you and I are here for all of it.
Pass to Gobert. Here's Edwards. Fires from deep. Fires in the triple.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Back to Curry. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Out to the wing. Down low. It's tipped. Gobert inside. Green covering. Randle outside. Clock is at 3. And Butler with the block.
Boy, the size and anticipation of Jimmy Butler. He sends that one back from whence it came.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with them about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. It's 2-on-1. Here's Curry. And that comes off the assist by Green. Curry's gotten his second bucket of the game.
It's so quick, and Curry's so elusive. This is what makes him such a tough cover, folks.
Green against Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Curry. To the middle. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
You can't give Jimmy Butler that kind of space. He will get above the rim and let you hear about it.
And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And BA, you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Outside Butler. Green, the pass to Curry. The 3. Connects from downtown. Curry's got 7 points.
Ideally, you want to chase Stephen Curry off the three-point line, but folks, it is not as easy as you might think.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Randle, a screen on Curry. From deep, Conley. Warriors with the rebound. Outside Curry. Outside Butler. Green against Gobert. Back to Butler. Just 5 to shoot.
Simply stated, Jimmy Butler is a winner and a game changer. This guy will compete on both ends of the floor
to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Butler. Butler hits them both. Timberwolves trail by 6. Conley passes to Gobert. Edwards with it. Lets the three fly. Offensive board to the left side wing. For 3, Randle. He drops it from range.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randle. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
Outside Butler. Minnesota with a rebound. Conley with the ball. Now guarded by Butler. Outside McDaniels. Gobert inside. Defended by Podziemski. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, BA, because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
And he knocks down the first one.
What you love about Rudy Gobert is he understands his strengths and where he can impact the game. That is primarily on the defensive end, but also as a screen setter offensively.
That one misses. And it's Green with the ball for the Warriors. Pass to Butler. Shot off that time. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. They double Randle. Edwards with it. Defended by Podziemski. And Edwards with the basket on the assist from Randle. Edwards got his 3rd basket of the night.
Man, that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Outside Moody. Back to Curry. The arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Minnesota's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Back to Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. And a nice finish on the layup. Edwards got 9.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Outside Podziemski. Back to Curry. To win the drought. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
Well, don't underestimate Curry because of his size. This guy does a great job absorbing contact and still finishing.
Now here's Edwards. Defended by Podziemski. Launches a 3. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert's going to be terrific on the glass.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Fires the 3. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. to Conley. Back to Randle. This one for three. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Yeah, a shot that Randle has added to his repertoire. Shooting the three with confidence now.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Boy, Curry just taking over and seemingly able to get anything he wants right now.
Curry against Conley. Pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
This night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Now here's Podziemski. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. The 3-ball. McDaniels with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Randle. The Warriors pull it in. Left side Butler. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
That's the tenacity of Jimmy Butler, just putting in work in close range.
Here's Gobert. Green covering. Now Randle. Picked by Gobert. Inside. And Gobert with the stuff.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
The Warriors trailing. Now here's Podziemski. Pass to Green. Outside Curry. Four on the clock. Edwards pulls it in.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Outside Conley. Randle, the pass to McDaniels. Driving inside, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reid's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Draymond Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Moody. Payton's checked in for Podziemski. And Hield is subbed in for Curry. Now here's Hield. Pass to Butler. Back to Hield. Outside Kuminga. Hield, the screen on Clark. Here's Kuminga. Outside for Butler. From outside the arc. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Minnesota leading by 4. Randle, pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randle. Reid sets a screen. Randle can't hit. Golden State has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Payton finds Hield. Down low. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
A fine from Buddy Hield. I'd like to see him do that more. Spread the ball around.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Now here's Randle. He has 6. Pass to Reid. wing, Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. Over Payton. The Warriors pull it in. A minute 39 left in the first quarter. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Alexander Walker. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Hield.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. Miller's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Clark. The Warriors also with a sub. Curry, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. So he gets them both. Warriors trail by 3. Hield passes to Payton. Back to Hield. And stolen by Edwards. On the wing, Alexander Walker to the inside. Here's DiVincenzo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 5. Golden State has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, B.A., when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Free throw good, Edwards. Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Guys, I think Anthony Edwards has got all the makings of not only a star in this league, but a superstar. Big frame, can score it, can board it, can handle it. Put him in any position on the floor, this guy can be successful.
Here's DiVincenzo. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Pass to Edwards. Six on the shot clock. Drives to the hoop. And the layup is good. Edwards has got 14.
Well, Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Now here's Curry. He's closely guarded. Floats one up. And he takes it up and lays it in. He's got 16.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota, absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Hield. Outside Payton. On the wing, Curry. To the paint. Here's Jackson Davis. And a missed layup. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Hield.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it. because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Now here's Curry. Here's Kuminga. Here's Jackson Davis. And there's two. Work on the glass, paying off that time. Jackson Davis has got his third basket on the night right there. And here's Edwards. Edwards with some muscle.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Curry with it. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
Excellent touch by Stephen Curry. What a smooth offensive player.
DiVincenzo, pass to Reid. Now Alexander Walker. Back to Reid. To the inside, Edwards. Rebounded by Hield. The Warriors have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Curry looking it over. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
That free throw misses. Ingles, he's checked in for Garza. Good on the second one. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Pass to Ingles. Ingles, a screen on Kuminga. Edwards for 3. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. And it goes! That makes him 9 for 13 now.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Reid, a screen on Curry. Down low. Reid in the post. Jackson Davis on him. Good work defensively by Jackson Davis. Hield against Edwards. Pass to Jackson Davis. Up top, Curry. Oh, Curry, a magician inside.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Here's the 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands. You let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Hield against Edwards. Pass to Hield. Ingles against Kuminga. Here's Curry. That won't go either for Curry.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Steps back and fires. Again, the Timberwolves score.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Hield against Edwards. The 3 from Curry. It's good! Curry with a long-range bomb.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
It's good. Edwards has got 26 points.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
DiVincenzo against Curry. Outside Payton. Pass to Kuminga. Golden State needs to get off a shot. From deep. Payton, no good. Minnesota leading by 4. Alexander Walker with it. Now guarded by Curry. And DiVincenzo with a basket on the assist from Edwards.
Boy, drawing the defense's attention, Edwards pays it forward. Nice work on the pass.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Back to Payton. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Payton's got his first 2 points of the night.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And here's Edwards outside. The rebound by Payton. Warriors trail by 4. Pass to Curry. Defensively by DiVincenzo. Minnesota's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Left side, Edwards. Overhealed. Edwards, no good.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Pass to Jackson Davis. Curry with it. Takes the contact and hits it anyway.
How good are the handles of Steph and Curry? Well, they open the doors early so people can get a look at it. Ooh, that's nice.
Outside Reid. Back to DiVincenzo. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Warriors trail by 4. Pass to Jackson Davis. Now Curry. The shot's good. Curry's got 30 points.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And here is Ingles. Ingles, a screen on heel. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Edwards against Curry. The shot from 20 feet out. Reid with the rebound. Reid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Edwards. He's watched by Kuminga. Edwards against Kuminga. Ingles, a screen on Kuminga. Edwards for 3. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Heel. Back to Payton. Outside Heel. Shoots over Ingles. No good. That would have tied it. For Minnesota, they've gotten 7 shots out of 14 attempts in the second quarter. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men doors.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the 3-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
Now here's Heel. No made baskets yet. Payton. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up, and Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Free throw no good. And the Warriors making a switch here. Moody's checked in. And the second free throw is good. Here's Conley. Still no points. Pass to McDaniels. They set the pick. Gobert with it to end the drought. And Gobert with the stuff.
That is right in Gobert's window. Make it easy.
Now Green. Now here's Podziemski. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Here's Dillingham. For 3, Randle. Podziemski grabs the board.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Now here's McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, the length and the size of Rudy Gobert so problematic for defenses. Nothing they can do there but foul him.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. And he drops it first. Fields checked in for Payton. And so Gobert nails both of them. Warriors trail by 3. Outside Butler. Ooh, JB, look out.
You have to stay in front of Jimmy Butler. This guy is capable of leaving you in the dust with his ability to handle the basketball.
Outside McDaniels. Back to Conley. That one no good. Great D that time from Podziemski. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Outside Hield. Pass to Butler. Green with a screen on McDaniel. To the middle. And it's Green missing.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Conley. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Hield.
Boy, don't let the small frame fool you. Mike Conley's so tough on the interior.
First trip to the line for him here. Free throw drops for Conley. Conley drops them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Butler against Randle, and it's Butler off the drive, and he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
That's an example to me of the attack mindset of Jimmy Butler. Puts it on the deck, draws contact, simple.
And this will be his third and fourth free throws of the game here. He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. 11 seconds left to play in the first half. Gobert with a screen on Butler. For three, Randle. The shot, no good. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well, they've got this crowd on the edge of their seats. It's been one heck of a game. And if they continue to play well, they're going to take control of this series.
Wouldn't that be a nice treat for these fans? Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game one, it's all about how you cover up those weaknesses. Force your opponent to shake up their approach, man.
Yeah, moves and counter moves. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Steph and Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. For the tie. And that's 2 points on the layup. Curry's got 32 points in the game.
Now you see Jimmy Butler's willingness and almost really relishing the opportunity to get his teammate an open look.
Conley finds Edwards. Inside. Here's Gobert. Oh, the tower with the power move.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
The Warriors trailing. Outside Curry. Releases. Gets some space and parries the jumper. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter.
I tell you, he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket. It doesn't matter if Curry's double-teamed or wide open. This guy's going to score.
Pulls up, high post. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
And Minnesota with possession here, following the score by Golden State. Back to Daniels. Conley looking for an opening. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Butler passes to Green, and he drives in. Green just muscling it in.
Well, Draymond Green has the ability to put the ball on the deck. With the size and speed combined, look out.
Randle outside. Back to Edwards. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Pass to Curry. Takes a 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Back to Conley. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It's on Steph and Curry.
Well, Mike Conley understands how to draw contact and still try to get a shot opportunity. He'll go to the line for the end one.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Boy, much needed timeout. This guy scoring at will, and they've had no answer.
And here are the Warriors now. Pass to Moody. Back to Pajemski. 5 to shoot. Green with a screen on Edwards. The shot by Pajemski, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Outside Conley. Back to Daniels. And here's Edwards. 4-3. Sinks the tray. And now a 3-point Minnesota lead.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic so pretty, so fluid.
Curry against Conley. Goes up at the elbow. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Curry's got 41.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Outside Edwards. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 3. Randle against Butler. Back to Curry. A deep 3. There he is. The 3-point king delivers on cue.
The supreme confidence from Steph Curry to attempt that shot, let alone make it. Impossible to measure this guy's range.
Here's Edwards. And he drops it in from the low post. Edwards has got 33 points.
And both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Now here's Podziemski. Outside Butler. Edwards pulls it in. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards. Here's Curry. Outside Podziemski. To the inside. Here's Butler. Another shot. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 7 tonight. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. And Golden State also making a switch. Payton's checked in. Against Conley. Pass to Green. Back to Curry. And Conley grabs the miss. The Timberwolves lead by 6. He can't hit that time. Green with the defensive effort. Golden State has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Outside Curry. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
And that one falls for Curry. So it's Minnesota now. 3-point lead. Pass to Gobert. Back to Randle. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. Warriors trail by 3. Payton passes to Green. Going inside, and it's hammered home by Green.
And when Draymond has a path to the bucket, he wants to jam it with authority. Just a terrific athlete.
Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Conley passes to Gobert. To the paint. Here's Edwards. The rebound by Payton. Payton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Green. Left side Curry. Now here's Podziemski. Shot clock at 6. Outside Butler. Over Randle. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Timberwolves shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Second chance effort. And the layup is up and in. Randle's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
Pass to Podziemski. Outside Curry. For the tie. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. Outside Edwards. Get up, Anthony Edwards!
A little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Golden State has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Now here's Podziemski, guarded by Edwards. Here's Curry. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Curry's got 49 in the game. Conley against Curry. Outside for Randle. Back to Conley. Down low. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Butler. Good work defensively by Randle.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Yep, count it. Randle's got 12 points.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Curry against Conley. Curry, a screen on Edwards. Outside Payton. Butler against Randle. Outside Podziemski from behind the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Randle, pass to Conley. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Steph and Curry.
You can see that defenders try to play with a level of physicality against Mike Conley, but this guy's such a tough competitor, he'll get to the line.
Free throw drops for Conley. Some changes for Minnesota. Reid's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's DiVincenzo in for Edwards. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Hield comes in for Podziemski. It's both from the stripe. Warriors trail by 7. Outside Curry. Pass to Hield. Randle against Kuminga. Now here's Curry. Defense right on him. And Conley grabs the miss. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's DiVincenzo. Rebounded by Butler. Golden State has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. And Butler refusing to be denied.
Explosive drive by Jimmy Butler. Defender draped all over him. Forget about it.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Dillingham's checked in for Minnesota. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Spencer comes in for Curry. .125 left in the third quarter. Pass to Reid. And no good. Looney with some nice D. Warriors trail by 5. And here's Hield from downtown. Gets the 3 ball to go. Hield's got his first 3 points of the game.
If you look at the active three-point percentage list, Mr. Buddy Hield is near the top. This guy is the very definition of sharpshooter.
Now here's Randle. 12 points for him. He buries it from 3.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
To the left wing. Looney finds Hield. Another 3 for Golden State.
The specialty of Buddy Hield is a three-point shot. You give him an opportunity to respond, and he's going to say, yes, sir.
Pass to Clark. Now DiVincenzo, guarded by Hield. Clock at 6. Now DiVincenzo, no good there. Here's Spencer. Looney, a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Butler. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. More 2K action in just a moment. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Minnesota in the lead. Miller outside. DiVincenzo with a screen on Kuminga. The drive by Miller. Counted.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Now here's Curry. Another bucket. Wow. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
DiVincenzo against Curry. Pass to Clark. Miller against Kuminga. 6 on the shot clock. Miller, the pass to Edwards. Over Hield. And Edwards the bucket on the assist from Miller. Edwards got 39.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
And there's the lob. Wow, Kuminga playing way above the rim.
A beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Edwards against Payton. Now here's Edwards. He's covered closely. Good D by Payton. Golden State has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Pass to Looney. Outside Kuminga. Outside Curry. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. DiVincenzo, pass to Reid. Drops in the 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Edwards against Hield. Outside Curry. The 3 is up. And Curry with the answer 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And here's Edwards outside. Warriors with the rebound. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Outside Curry. Fires away from way outside. Miller pulls it in. For Minnesota, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this 4th quarter. Curry against DiVincenzo. Back to Clark. Puts up a 3. Looney grabs a miss. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Here's Payton. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Payton's gone 1 for 4 from the field. And it's Clark on the take. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Edwards has got 41.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Looney finds finds Hield. Clark grabs the board. Driving in. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Hield after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. And again, no good by Golden State. Minnesota leading by 6. Outside Edwards. Anthony Edwards takes the contact.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Looney passes to Curry. Hits yet again. Wow!
You see how easily he's getting buckets? To be this hot must be a heck of a feeling.
Man, and get this, he's now tied for the 3rd most points in a playoff game ever.
And his 57 ties him with Donovan Mitchell's bubble game in 2020.
Warriors trail by 5. Left side, Payton. Looney against Reid. Now here's Payton. Got a lot of room. Shot clock at 5. To the wing on the left. Clark against Curry. Over Clark. Curry, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 5.
First personal foul. First team foul. That's a line for 2. Clark.
The free throw drops for Clark. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reid. Julius Randle comes in for Miller. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. And Clark drops them both. Warriors trail by 7. Outside Hield. Pass to Butler. From deep. And it's Hield. That time on the assist by Butler.
If you've got a shooter like Hield on your team, any opportunity to deliver the basketball is a good time.
Edwards, a pass to Randle. And here's Clark, guarded by Hield. The jump hook, and it's in there. Clark's got 6 in the quarter. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Outside, Green. Outside, Podziemski. Butler against Randle. Hield, screen on Randle. Pass to Hield. 6 to shoot. The 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active with the step back. Clark, no good. Warriors trail by 6. In transition, here they come. Hield to the ball, and Clark picks him up defensively. Podziemski. Three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the 4th. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Outside for Randle. The 3 is up. Tries again. The contact not enough to bother Gobert at the rim.
Well, this is obviously a bonus when Rudy Gobert gets hot like this. So you might as well keep feeding the big man.
Here's Hield. Outside Curry. Back to Hield. Now here's Podziemski. Outside Butler. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass heating. Here's Randle. Banked it in off the glass. And now it's a 10-point Minnesota lead.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now here's Butler. They still need this. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Boy, I love to watch Jimmy Butler work in the post. High activity level, hard not to foul that guy.
Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. Moody's checked in for the Warriors. Butler hits them both. Minnesota leading by 8. Outside Conley. Outside Edwards. From deep three-point land. Another one goes. Incredible.
He's on a tear offensively, lighting up the scoreboard with a purpose.
And how about this? He now holds the team's single-game record for postseason scoring. Butler passes to Curry. Oh, another one falls.
And he now owns 3rd place for most points in a playoff game.
Oh, just an incredible game. Nothing can slow him down.
Only Elgin Baylor and Michael Jordan ahead of him. I mean, how much further can he go?
Pass to Edwards. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Golden State. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Over Conley. And Butler inside.
I think defensively, you're thinking you have to play Butler to drive it, right? So he senses that and pulls up on a dime.
Back to Conley. Outside McDaniels. Randle inside. Butler covering. Gobert passes to Randle. 2 on the clock. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Warriors trail by 6. Curry with it. Charity stripe shot. And it's good. He hits another one.
His offensive excellence continues to be on full display.
And he's now moved into 2nd all-time for scoring in a playoff game.
He's passed Elgin Baylor and has his sights set on the great...
Oh, my goodness. The athleticism of Anthony Edwards on full display.
Curry against Conley. Off target from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Randle, pass to Edwards. Shot from 12. Another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Here's Curry. And yes, another basket.
And with that bucket, if you can believe it, he sets a new all-time record for points in a playoff game.
Boy, the way he came out tonight, you could feel his level of focus. He put his team on his back and has delivered an incredible offensive show.
Yeah, and it was way back in '86 that Jordan set the record of 63 points. And when you surpass the greatest of all time, you've done something special.
keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He seemed pleased with his team's performance, saying, quote, "We're on track. We're doing everything right. Keep it tight out there, and let's take back the lead in this series." Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Edwards. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Golden State Warriors. He connects! And now they trail by just 4.
Oh, Jimmy Butler loves to rise to the occasion, sticks it right in the defense's face.
From the strike. Edwards. Good! That's another bucket!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error.
Come on, and Rangers fans, get a free t-shirt. Let's see it, fans. Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise. The loudest something is free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
Three seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Curry's shot is off, and he commits the intentional foul. Here's Edwards. And they double up Edwards. Conley finds McDaniels. Curry against Conley. Clock at 6. Randle outside. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here.
And that's what Jimmy Butler brings to the table. Intense on-the-ball defense.
And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And again for 3.
I mean, he is scorching hot right now. He could be on his way to setting a franchise postseason record with his shooting.
He's caught fire at the right time for this team. Stepped up big in the postseason for him. So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.